preparing the live stream.
Bum bum. Bum 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 bum.
And we're starting now. Oh my goodness, we're doing the Mandalorian theme. My ride.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. How we doing, James Lott Jr.?
I'm fine. Welcome to the Mandalorian. My voice has changed. Welcome to the Mandalorian Season 2, Chapter 14 Aftershow, kids, here on JLJ Media. I'm one of your hosts, you can tell, James Lott Jr. Ryle Nilsen is right there above me, next to me.
I'm Rilo Wren.
That's right. He is Rilo Wren. That's right. And I am your father, Darth Vader.
Oh.
Which I mean, I got to do this really quick, kids. I forgot to always do this. When I'm on this show, I'm Darth Lott Jr.
Darth Lott Jr. Yes.
That's right. There we go. There we go.
Goodness, James Lott Jr.
And everybody's in the chat room already. Hi, chat room folks. Hello, everybody.
Chat room. Shout out to the chat room. We're just letting the chat room grow.
Yes, the Grogu's are here with me tonight. Be here with you. Mando's on my chest. Mando's on my cup. We're working it out, you guys. He's going to tweet out the link right now.
Tweeting it out.
We're going to tweet it out.
Razor Crest is trending. I wonder why.
I know. Okay, we'll get to it. We have so much to unpack because it was only 32 minutes long. So not a long episode. It was kind of good. But again, they pack it in there, even with the 11-minute fighting sequence. That was a long-ass fighting sequence. It was so good. Directed, called The Tragedy. Directed by...
Yes. Sorry, who was it directed by? I
apologize. Rodriguez.
And when that title card came up, I mean, I don't mean to go just right into it, but like we're all happy. It's fun. We're playing with the orb thing. It's cute. It's fun. Like, oh, you're gonna do the Force. It's fun. And then the tragedy. Like my smile vanished because that title is.
I was very nervous.
And was it a tragedy? James Lott, we'll talk about it.
Well, one thing was a tragedy, which we will talk about it. So Robert Rodriguez directed this, and if you know who Robert Rodriguez is, we're always like, Robert Rodriguez, El Mariachi was his first thing. Spy Kids. My kids watched the whole trilogy. I watched it with them.
I did too. I went to 3D. I had 3D glasses. I didn't see.
Hey, there you go. And also The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl with a young Taylor Lautner before it became Twilight.
Ooh, and there's a new series of Shark Boy and Lava Girl directed by this man, starring the same actor who plays the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal.
Yes. Pedro. We love Pedro.
Love him.
And he did Once Upon a Time in Mexico. He did a lot of stuff. Overall, I'm gonna ask Ryan how you felt too. I felt like this episode felt different to me. It just I mean, everybody has their own directing stamp on it. To me, it felt different. It felt very deserty. It felt very gritty a little bit. I also felt like a video game at times. That's what I wrote down. I felt like a video game at times. So Ryan, overall, what'd you think with this episode?
Oh my gosh, I love this episode so much. I think this is the most surprising episode of the season. It's weird going into one like last week where we knew we were getting something amazing. We knew like Ahsoka Tano was going to maybe make an appearance, then she was in the whole thing. We had all this hype. It was Thanksgiving. It was Black Friday. Like we were so excited going into last week, and this week, not any buzz. Like we were just kind of like, I was still reveling over last week.
Yeah, no, right.
It was such a great week last week, and now like, oh yeah, where's it going to go? We don't know. A lot of the stuff that we were hypothesizing, predicting, I thought was going to happen at the end of the season, and we got it in like the first 5 minutes of this episode.
Right away.
Right away. Oh, we're doing this now. Like, oh, they're at the planet. Oh, we're going to the temple. Oh,
right. That's how I felt. Like, oh my god. Like, okay. I'm like, okay.
For me, this episode redefined pacing for this show. I think. On like Game of Thrones, anyone could die at any moment. I think with this show, you can go to any planet or any place at any moment. Traveling is very fast, which is great. And it just totally makes what can happen in this show limitless. I love this episode. I don't think the run times matter anymore. In season 1, I thought they did. I was bummed when some were really short. But I think the most that's ever happened in one episode happened in this episode.
You know what? I will go with you on that one.
Cheers.
It completely cheated. Yes, and cheers to you. And what's that?
Oh, I should have my Star Wars mug. I'm losing it.
He's like, next week you'll get a
Next
report
week. Next week.
No, I mean it's. I agree with you. I mean, you brought some really good points. The pacing, that's something that every single series has to deal with when it comes to their series. The pacing of story and storyline. Even in soap, same thing. The pacing, is the story too long? Is it too short? You're right. This show goes, okay, smack dab, we're going in. I mean, and they literally. I mean, you're right. There are things I thought would happen way later. I didn't like what happened now. I mean,
Haywood Wong. I'm sorry, Michael B was like, and the brother went completely ham.
he was.
We'll get into it.
We're gonna talk about that. I'm just saying overall, just really quickly, just that it was very much the pacing is. They went straight into stuff. It was just like
straight
at the end when they
didn't waste any time.
No, they didn't. They didn't at all. So that's great. So let's just get everybody was we'll get into it.
I mean, were you a little shook though when you saw the title card?
I did. When it came out, I thought, oh no, what's gonna happen? Is someone gonna die, or something really major is gonna happen? Like I was nervous.
Gonna go down.
I was nervous. So they did take the child, and we'll talk about that in a second. But that was something. But other than that, it was no major the ship, obviously.
The ship was the tragedy.
Yeah, I guess the tragedy, which I was shocked by that too. We'll talk about that in a second too. So in the beginning, he kept calling him Grogu, which is kind of funny. I think it's for us and the audience. Kind of go, it's Grogu. It's Grogu. It's Grogu. That was kind of funny. The little ball. The
little ball is great.
It was a very sweet moment, actually. He talks to him, telling him, I have a job to do. And everybody knows I don't care for the name Grogu, of course. I'm not really a big fan, but I'm saying it more and more. I'm trying to say it more and more. Grogu. But it was a very sweet moment between Mando and the child when he was kind of talking to him, saying, I'm trying to get you back to your people. You have to let them take you. You have to stay there. I can't train you. The nice lady said I couldn't train. He's so fatherly towards him. Again, never thought this would happen on this series. Never thought this is the direction they would go. I'm very surprised. I mean, I'm almost like, well, can a series go on without Grogu? I mean, if they get, can they go that? I mean, there's magic between those two.
Yeah, absolute chemistry, and just what was going to happen, And again, a lot of people were thinking they were going to go to this temple at the end of the season because it feels like it could have gone either way. Which way is he going to choose? And the fact that we were getting it immediately in this episode, you're like, wow, we're covering a lot of ground pretty quickly. Yes. And he puts him on top of that stone, and as soon as he turns away, there's like a blue force field.
Yes.
Something was going on. Does this look like Jedi stuff to you?
It totally did. I was like, I love this, but we don't know what's happening. We don't know what he was doing or what was going on. But he was doing this thing, and Homeboy could not penetrate it. Sorry, he can't penetrate it. But they're on the planet of Tython. That's where they're on. That's where Ahsoka go. The rock. It looked like Stonehenge, like knocked over a little bit.
It did.
Kind of like that. So on top of it, so some people were getting upset online because it wasn't like grandiose enough for some. They're expecting some huge like temple thing. I guess I don't know how you felt. I mean, I didn't feel anything.
I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. I think I was expecting something a little like bigger, but the fact that, hey, this is an old temple, it's been clearly abandoned, but it still has some use. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's fine for me, and it served its purpose for the fight stuff. Which a ship flies by, and I'm like, ship looks familiar.
Okay. When the ship,
come on, Ryan,
when the ship flew by,
yes,
my mind exploded because that was another thing that like a lot of people, and myself included. And by the way, I feel like there's something I just missed up top. This past week, I talked more about Star Wars than I have.
Me too.
The Last Jedi came out because this show is at a new level.
It is. I agree.
Yeah. So I've been talking about this all week with people, and I think the big thing was like, oh, well, all this stuff might happen at the end. Maybe the season's gonna end with like Boba Fett making an appearance, or maybe next season will be like all him and Boba Fett. The fact that like when Slave One went by, I was electrified. Like, no, we're getting what?
I know. I was shocked.
We're getting this now, and it's Slave One, and it lands, and you see like the cloaked figure, and my mind blew up with possibilities.
Here's what's funny. Okay, so folks, if you don't remember this, he played his own father, the actor, in Attack of the Clones. So I saw it go, yes, I was like, that's right. He played Jango Fett back in the day. But when Slave One went by, I got a little excited myself. And I was just like, oh, so we're getting him now? Okay. Not just him, kids. You think that's it? Think we're just getting him?
No.
Ming-Na Wen, which I told you last week, she posted some cryptic stuff on Twitter.
You did say that.
Remember
you know what?
That?
James Lott Jr., out of everyone I've spoken to, you're the only one who picked up on that.
I did. I was like, why is she posting these little cryptic little messages? Like she wasn't
saying the only one. You're the only one who said that. I swear, I haven't heard that from anyone else. You're the only one.
I'm telling you, I'm the only one. Seriously. Oh, sorry, Grogu.
Oh, the child. He's tired.
He's sleepy.
Grogu. Yeah, and she had those little wires on her belly.
Yes, but Fennec is
like,
alive.
But
Boba Fett saved her. It was him.
I know. I've never seen something like that though. Like we've seen people's legs get replaced robotically, but the fact that it's like some robotic guts.
Yep.
Love it. I think it's cool. And now she's indebted to him, similar to like a Chewbacca Han. That's a cool duo. I immediately accepted it. But hearing his voice, Tamara Morrison's his name, the actor, which, oh my gosh, such an incredible actor. And when we got him at the end of the first episode this season, minds were blown. But, and just hearing him say, like, I want the armor. And then him going or him saying, like, what happened to you, Fennec? And he's like, he had a really great quote. I'm totally forgetting it. You might have written it down, but it was something like, sometimes like the galaxy, like fate comes in against the wretched. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
nice. Cause he was in the Sarlacc pit and they saved him and then he saved her and it's all connected.
Exactly. And he said, I want the armor.
The armor. My armor.
It was my armor. And he was like, well, who are you? You're Mandalorian. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And he told him who he was. He goes, this is who I is. And he told him who he was. We all know, of course. But it was kind of like, oh, okay. But no, we're not just like, we don't have time to chit chat and and visit. There's already shots, man. There's another thing flying in that sky and coming down. And I had to
butterflies.
Ryan,
yeah.
I realized something. And I've watched every Star Wars thing, basically, kind of out there.
Totally.
Oh, yeah, my video now. The stormtroopers are kind of dumb. They are dummies. They just go out there, they get killed. And I was like, they're not that smart. They just storm places.
They just storm.
They're
just storming.
And this is where the badass, I wrote this down. This is where the badassness comes in.
What's that?
We got a true Boba Fett killing people, inventive ways of knocking them out. And
when he had the staff, he's just not wrecking shop and he's growling. Oh my gosh. And hitting him so hard, their face plates are like shattering.
I love that. I love
crazy. And then Mando, I mean, this is another thing. Like, Din Djarin's like trying to, all right, kid, let's go. And he like runs into this force field like 4 times in a row. Like, you don't realize you can't fit.
It's like after the second time, it's like clearly you can't get in there. He's gonna keep trying, but he wants to keep trying. It's a child. He's trying to keep trying.
It's a child.
And I love that. But we get to see him in action, doing what he does best. And it was so very cool. Like I said, it felt like a video game to me in some way.
The staff.
Because he was doing his thing with the staff, and Fennec was doing her thing with the guns, with shooting.
Oh, and when they put up the turret and they're like, and she's running across, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, a homegirl pushing the boulder. I was like, okay, girl. I'm like,
boulder kick.
That's some leg work there, kids. He must do some leg work. Leg work. I mean, she was pushing and pushing, and then the thing came and crushed the stupid.
It's like, you bench, bro? Yeah, boulders.
That's right. She does. But I thought it was just very cool. We had to see Boba Fett in his glory, kind of like doing his thing.
And it was like, yeah, with just the thing, and then he looks at the ship, and you can see through the door in the ship, the armor. And it cut away, and that's when Mando comes in with his bird thing, and
yes,
wreck shop.
Things they do all these things, they do these little things and get them all. I love it. I loved it.
Then you hear a grenade.
Yep.
And it was like, beep, 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 and you hear a jetpack, and just the reveal of him.
I was like, oh my god!
Just
he did it. I was like,
instantly one of the best Star Wars scenes of all time.
Jesus Fernandez, you are excited when you explain things with mouth sounds. Michael B. The only thing I had a hard time with, but I see why they did it, was Mando taking off his jetpack. I get why they did it to the story, but it still made me mad. Okay, it didn't make me mad, but okay.
Right, because he was like, put down your gun. He's like, you put down the jetpack.
That was his, he could fly off. He was trying to show that he was going to talk to them. But you say you get it, of course. You say he gets it. It made me mad. I was like, okay. But he had it back on later. But it was so funny that it was good old fashioned action Star Wars fight scene. And it went on for a long time. I mean, it went on for a while.
The Boba Fett armor, though. I mean, there were a lot of doubters, I think, this past couple of weeks, or even when they revealed that he's coming back. People, I think, wanted it to be brief. They weren't sold that, like, oh gosh, do we really want to see Boba Fett? I think this put everyone just silenced them, silenced the haters. Yes. The scene was incredible. The just full glory, the action, like the knee pad gun, and then when they
I love that. I loved that. I was like, oh my god, he was like, why is he showing his knee? Oh, okay, got it.
And they were all so scared, they all pile back in to their ship, and he aims at the bottom one, fires, and takes them both out, and then he's like, good shot. He's like, I was actually aiming for the bottom one.
I know, I love that. The humor, of course, there's always humor in there. I love that they were trying to get over. They were like, never mind, here you go, and they couldn't get away fully. He's like, you're not getting away. No.
So good. So good.
It was so good. Again, it felt like a video game for me, kind of watching everybody do their things, and they're working together for a common purpose, obviously.
Everyone was doing their thing. It was quite the trio, but then, when they were flying away, they cut up to that ship in the sky.
Another ship. It's like, don't look at the sky anymore. There's some traffic up there. There's a lot of stuff going on in that air. I'm like, cheese and crackers.
It was the
Imperial. Yes.
Giancarlo.
Yes.
Esposito. Moff Gideon. Send in the Dark Troopers, which they alluded to at the end.
Yes, they did. I mean, I was like, oh, it kind of, the little choreography was kind of cute. They were going down in like this, and then they went back, they flipped up, and they came down. Like, I was like, okay, I like that. You're bad guys, but I like that.
Little serpentine, okay. And they're robots. I'm pretty sure they're droids.
Yes, and they came around a child who had the force field had finally gone down. He got sleepy,
which I was stressed because, like, they did this last year too, in the second to last episode where the I Have Spoken is like running back, and is he going to make it to the ship or not? Is he going to be able to save Baby Yoda or not? And they like kept cutting back and forth, and I was doing the same exact thing. Like, they're running up to the temple. Like, are they going to make it in time? It was so stressful. And Boba Fett can't help because they just took out his ship. So they're like, go get your ship. And oh my gosh, crazy.
I know. And Michael B asked, is Mando's weapon self-replicating?
Which weapon?
I guess so. I don't know which way. I don't know. Somebody answered. Yeah, I think so. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sure. Right? Okay, are they? I guess. I mean,
I think they are. The chirp thing.
Yeah, maybe they are. I don't. That's a good question. I don't know. I
think they are. But I think it takes a while. It's almost like Iron Man when he can do like the laser. He can only do it like
right.
every so often. I don't know. But
he snatched the child.
I know, and then. I mean, that triggered everyone.
Yeah. It did. I got triggered. I was like, oh no, they have him now. What are they going to do to him?
It's just like, I mean, as awesome as this show is, I just know, well, sorry, I'll save it.
Okay, save it. So Boba Fett shows Mando his code, his chain code. And that's when Mando realizes, oh, your father was a foundling. Yes, and he fought in the. So we're getting all this backstory from everybody this whole season about this whole war and the Mando. I mean, it's very interesting.
What did you right before that? When after they take Baby Yoda up and Boba Fett's like in the ship and he's about to shoot him and then like stand down, he says something like, "It's not a spy stream anymore. The Empire's back." I was like, wait a minute, they didn't know that the Empire was back? I guess that's a thing in that part of the galaxy.
Right.
Like it might be so under Republican or rebellion control. For all,
didn't he seem like they were kind of like surprised? Like they were surprised, like, oh.
yeah, he
was
said
surprised.
right. I don't think he was convinced that they were really still out there.
Well, now we all know. If you didn't know before, now you know.
No.
It's like these bikes. So, but now they said we're in your debts until you get the child safely, or you get the child back and you're safe.
Which another really cool detail, because again, I feel like, people's knowledge on this character very much varies. Like you might know him from the original movies.
Oh, right.
He's also a kid in the prequels. Like Boba Fett, is he a bad guy? Like he's the guy who got Han Solo and then sold him to Jabba the Hutt. Like this is a bad guy, maybe. Yeah. He's kind of an anti-hero. He very much for himself. And I feel like that was a cool way to show like he's an honorable guy. Like he'll honor his deal. And just to hear him say like, no, we promised like the protection of the child. That didn't happen. So we're in your debt until you get him back.
And most anti-heroes, they do have a code. That's the one thing. They don't want to be heroes like that, but when they do, when they know something is wrong, they do fight for it and they will uphold it. That's what most anti-heroes do. So I agree with you on that. So it was kind of nice that we're not done with them.
We're not done with them. And what a cool trio. I mean, that was the one thing that was a little bit more comfortable about Baby Yoda being taken. Like, I know he's been taken, but Boba Fett and the Mandalorian and Ming-Na, like all these people are all going to go try and get him. Really
Ryan,
cool.
Wouldn't it be one? We don't know what's going to happen in the next couple episodes. We have 2 episodes. We don't know. Wouldn't it be great if all the characters came together?
Name them. Let's. What's your crew? What's your crew? Who's your clan here? You go Boba Fett. You go Fennec.
Of course.
Oh, you think Ahsoka?
Why not? Maybe she has to come help.
I don't think she's helping. I think she's done for the year.
Really? If she probably got.
You know what? If she helps, I would lose my mind.
Yes, we know.
But I doubt it. I don't think they got her again. I think it was a one-off.
Okay, so the folks on Navarro with Ming-Na with Fennec and Boba Fett. So the 5 of them.
Okay, so
all come together.
Right. It'd be Grief Targa, Ming-Na Wen, Cara Dune. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including Mando. So wait. At the end of the episode, at the end of the episode, they're like, we need to go get Mayfield.
Oh yeah, Mayfield,
which is
made by
Bill Burr. Bill Burr, yeah.
Who's coming back? Who's on season 1, folks? Yeah.
That's your 6th man.
There you go.
I don't think Carl Weathers is going to join.
Really? Oh.
He's like the mayor of that town. I don't think I actually don't think he's going to join at all. I think it might be maybe Cara Dune, maybe, but I think he's like for good, like kind of watching over that town, and I think it's still 5 people.
Okay,
but it's Bill Burr rather than
that's true. I think we have. He's ex-Imperial. They need to have him come in and do do that. I think it's true because he knows all the stuff. Supposedly,
which is exciting.
That's why Mando.
And I will comment, Bill Burr was a guest on like 2 podcasts that I'm a big fan of this week. And I was like, why this week? And now I know.
Okay. See, it's all out there. It's all out there. It's all out there.
It's all there, man. Yeah, it was a great episode. So much happened. Oh, and we forgot, like Baby Yoda was tossing guys.
We're not done. We're not done yet. We're almost there. We're not done yet. We're almost there. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
They had the child knocking people with troopers around, which was hilarious.
Awesome.
And Moff Gideon was kind of liking it. He didn't care with his own people. He loved it. He loved it.
He's like, wait. All right, let's go.
That's hilarious. He's talking to the child, so he gets sleepy when he uses his power. Yeah, go on, Giancarlo. So it makes him sleepy when he uses his powers. That's really interesting. That it drains him.
He's always been passing out after. It's like he's not strong enough yet.
Yeah.
That is definitely a thing. Even Yoda, for that matter. Like, I know Yoda definitely has way more endurance, but I remember in like the original, after he would use the Force, he'd be so tired. Like, it takes a lot out of you. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be.
I guess it does.
And he says, like, call the doctor up. Like, we got our donor. I'm curious, though, James Lott Jr., what does this mean? I know we got this whole crew that's about to go after him, but he was trying to reach out to a Jedi when he was in that temple. So do you think we can have a Jedi also coming after him?
I don't know.
Who would the Jedi be? Would it be Luke? Could it be Luke?
Oh, well, Hayward Wong said, is it Ezra Bridger?
Ooh, from Rebels.
From Rebels.
Maybe. But Ahsoka Tano did say she was looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn. And the last I checked, they were together. So I don't know if it could be him, actually.
Oh, and also, we can't forget that he showed the child the dark saber.
He did. That was a little weird, right? He was like, you ever seen one of these? Ha ha ha. No. Like, that was like when you're a younger kid and, like, I don't know, like a creepy adult shows you a lighter and is like,
yeah, it's like it was a weird fire. Everybody, Michael B says everybody's saying Luke is running the school, so he might have heard of Grogu and come himself or send a Jedi to get the kid.
Ooh.
Look at Michael B. I kind of like that.
That could be cool.
It may not be Mark Hamill. But actually, wait, it could be Mark Hamill. It has to be somebody younger, right?
People have fan casted Sebastian Stan, who plays the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
And in fact, he has interacted with Mark Hamill on Twitter, and Mark Hamill has given him his blessing. I don't know if it's just like a tongue-in-cheek thing or not.
Yeah, or
it would be a bold bold choice.
It could be. Which I don't mind bold choices. It could work. I don't mind bold choices. But unless they did Mark Hamill with like CGI younger face looking Mark Hamill. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's too old at this time period, right? He's too old.
He way too old. Yeah, they would have to do some kind of de-aging, or they would have to just maybe it's a combination of both.
They can do a lot of things nowadays.
They can do a lot
of things. So, but yeah, so a Jedi is coming, I think.
I think a Jedi's coming. A lot of people, so it could be either Ezra, it could be either Luke, it could be the guy from the video game, Cal Kestis.
All right.
Maybe Ahsoka, but probably not Ahsoka. And then there's one other option, and there's this guy named, oh my gosh, I'm completely forgetting his name. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Hold on.
I want Cal Kestis to appear. That they tied in the books, TV shows, and movies. It's the time for video games.
Quinlan Voss. That'd be cool if they did the video games, by the way. There's a guy named Quinlan Voss who Dave Filoni made in the Clone Wars. Okay. And he was a Jedi who did fall in love. He fell in love with like a dark side character. And then that dark side character passed away. So he knows the ways of the Force, but he's no longer really a Jedi. But he is still alive. So that could be him as well. It'd be a bit of a weird dynamic. But I don't know. Maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. I don't know if there would be a Jedi. He might have chosen to stay with Mandalorian.
Folks want Mace Windu. They want Sam Jackson.
How do you feel?
Wouldn't he be too old for this too also? I mean,
the big thing with that is he got his hand cut off and then he got electrocuted and then thrown out a window.
Yes.
So that'd be like...
But anything can happen though. You know, dramatic license, Ryan.
True.
Dramatic license.
It's true. I just don't know how he would have survived that.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be him. I love Sam Jackson. Trust me, I love me some Sam. Samuel.
I know he wants back.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
he wants back. I know. I'd love to have him back. I mean, they could. I mean, but you know, on some they decapitate people and people come back. So you never know. They had no head. They came. You
never know.
So anything can happen. Something. If you write to me, if you write a good enough explanation, I will believe anything.
I like you just said. Soap thing. Sure, I would not be a fan of that. I think that'd be a little cheap. Like, oh wow, no one's really dying, huh?
I know.
I hear you. I think there's a way. Like that's the thing. A lot of people didn't think they could bring Boba Fett back in a cool way, and
they did.
This was awesome.
They did.
So,
they did. And even Phoenix back. So she's back, and she came in a cool way. So I mean,
you're right, and that's you know what? That's a really good point too, because they kind of showed you could get shot in the stomach,
in the guts,
and saved.
Because he's like, "You will be dead." The way he said it was so funny. You won't be dead.
You must be dead.
Clearly, Mando, she's not. She's staying in front of you, but
she's alive.
And she goes, "Look." She did. It made me laugh. But he was just like, you did. He's like, well, and then bing, here we go, and it's because of him.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So it's like, there's your answer, Mando.
There's
so I'm just saying, they brought her back in a cool way. So she's alive. She's alive. She's helping do good, basically. I guess she's alive. So
she's in debt. She's in debt. What do you think about? So now they're in his ship, Slave One. They're in his ship.
Yes.
Which is so cool. I mean, like this is, like this.
I know. I agree.
True. So I mean, it's going to be those 5 probably.
Yeah.
Going in, tracking the ship. Do you think though? I am a little worried about what could happen with Bill Burr's character. Is he going to double cross? Is he going to?
He'll die.
You think so?
My prediction is he'll be killed. Either doing something for good or a double cross. One of the two. It's gonna be one of the two. His character is not gonna live. I think it's gonna be it.
But maybe he could screw them. He could screw them. He did kill it. Like, and I'm curious why it was him. I know it's him because of like the Imperial connection, and like I guess he can track Imperial vessels. That was the big thing.
That's the thing. Yeah.
But like this guy killed the officer. Like he's the one that shot that rebel officer.
Right.
I might rewatch that one. Just
because that was early season 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was episode 5.
Yeah, it was early season 1. Yeah, whatever that was early season 1.
Which, right? What so could be cool. An interesting little detail though. The director of that episode also is directing next week's. So the one with Bill Burr was in the first time. Yeah. So it's all coming together. Robert Rodriguez, though, huge shout out. I think like of all the episodes, him and Jon Favreau are the most big name directors to tackle this series. And I thought this episode was incredibly well directed. Pacing was great. The one thing I wanted to hear your thoughts on, and again, this is just like a personal note. I thought it looked great. I thought this episode looked really cool. I think coming off of last week, which was like such a dark, kind of misty episode, this looked completely different. It was like daylight, very bright, very like fine colors, very clean. Did you think it looked at times, and this, I don't even know if this is a criticism, just a comment, at times a little like fan filmy?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the scenes especially that made me go, that's a little interesting looking, was one of the outdoor scenes where Finnick was running up or something, and I was just like, and they were outdoor, and it was like, it looked a little fan filmish.
Right.
It was like,
yeah.
I was like,
the stormtrooper stuff,
did they change the film and the camera? I'm like, what's going on? Like, it looked a little off to me, but not bad. But it's just, I caught that. I'm sorry, just saying. I was like, that's a little different. Okay.
Like, do you think they shot this in like California? Like,
right, yeah, exactly. It was like the coloring was a little off or something. I mean, I don't know. It was. I agree with you. I didn't know what it was exactly, but I thought it said, did he do that on purpose? Did he want it kind of like gritty? Like, did he want something a little? Was he trying for something different? I mean, I don't know. So I don't know if that was on purpose.
Right.
I felt like you. I felt something was weird too.
I something was going on.
Yeah.
Something was going on. I don't know exactly what. Like, honestly, it might have just been that. And maybe it was something with just the contrast. Like, there's not that many shadows.
Right. It was. It's literally during the desert the whole time. It's
rare that you get like a Star Wars action scene like this shot like in daylight in a regular field.
Right. So maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Hills and rocks. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who's that? Is there 3 episodes left?
2. There's 2 left.
That's 10. That's it.
2 left. It's this was 6. This was 6 because last week was 5.
I'm going by the chapter. That's why chapter. So 6. So we have 2 episodes left, you guys. We already on the chat. They're in the chat room.
Yeah, and I think they're really building it up. Like, what a great setup for the final 2.
Yeah,
I think they kind of did this with the finale last year, but I almost feel like they took it like 1 episode early. Like now we're
I know. I have no idea what they're going to do.
I mean, we can predict. I think. Yeah. I mean, a lot of what I thought was going to happen has already happened.
Me too. So I'm like, as I'm going, for finale, I can't even begin to predict. I don't even know what they got. I mean, maybe after next week I'll be able to predict, but I just can't. Anything could happen.
I think they're going to. It's a little unclear whether they have to break Bill Burr out or not. Mayfield, whether like if they have to break him out. I don't think. But the thing that this episode showed me though is this showing wasting time. Like if they do need to do that, I don't think that's gonna be the whole episode. I think it's gonna be
I agree with you. Yeah.
A first 5 minutes like action scene, boom, 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 boom. So we break him out, and maybe like we think it's gonna be that whole long episode because usually that's how it would be with Mando. But he's got Boba Fett with him now, so it could be bang bang boom.
No, you're right. Because when Cara do something, I can't. Now I'm on the right side of the law, and I kind of started laughing. I think it's gonna be a breakout, obviously.
So one thing I'm worried though, let's say it all goes well. They get Mayfield, they start tracking the ship, they break in, they're about to get Baby Yoda, and one of two things happens. One, Baby Yoda is like, I am gonna be a Jedi, so I'm choosing the Jedi. And maybe he refuses to go with them. I don't know. Or two, what if a Jedi beats them to it? Or they rescue Baby Yoda, a Jedi gets there, and instead of settling for your Baby Yoda to use his blood or M count, whatever, what if since that Jedi gets there, that's who Moff Gideon uses?
Again, there's 10,000 things they could do. You just brought up 10,000. I mean, like it's they
too
literally
many.
These last two episodes they can go anywhere. Literally, they literally go anywhere.
Do you think Boba Fett's going to be in all the remaining episodes?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't believe that wasn't broke. Like there were reports that he was in it this season. The reports that like we might see his ship for a sec. He's in 4 episodes.
Yes.
He's in half the season.
Yes. So I think we have him now for the rest of the season. I think he's in. There's only 2 episodes left. I think that's it. He's in.
So cool.
And then later a spinoff.
We'll see.
Companion series.
We'll see. I don't know. I think it'd be a little confusing if they're like the only 2 live action shows we got are Boba Fett and Mandalorian. But you know what? Someone did pitch like, what if it's a mini series like Obi-Wan? The Obi-Wan one that's coming out is like it's 6 episodes and it's done. Yeah. So if that's for Boba Fett, I'm in.
Yeah, make it work. But then again, you never know. Even if it was a regular series,
you never know, James Lott. You never know.
You never know. You never know. There you go.
You never know.
And that's our show, kids. We talked about it. That was episode 6, chapter 14, The Tragedy of the Mandalorian on Disney Plus. We have other episodes. So I mean, if you are starting to watch them now, and you start with this episode, as you're watching the others, go back and watch Aftershow. Let us know what you think. We'd love to talk to you guys. Like I said, we've been talking about Star Wars all week on our social medias and stuff. I mean, literally, I've been talking about it every day. So I mean, it's going to heat up some more. So we're going to have 2 more episodes before Christmas time. So that's we're going to end before Christmas.
And I'm just saying, I'm reading the comments section. So comment away, guys. I'll reply. I check in. Send them.
Check in. Send them. You gotta do it. Send them everything. So, but we love talking to you guys. We love talking to each other about this. I love this show. I love Star Wars universe. And check out my other series, Darth Vader Is Your Father. Very popular in Australia, apparently. Go ahead and watch that. Listen to that and watch that one. 3 new episodes. 2 episodes coming out before Christmas. One, the unveiling of the Mandalorian Monopoly. And have a special Christmas episode. And you can watch my episode I just put out last week on the death of someone who is very important to the Star Wars universe. Greg Prowse, who passed. Dave Prowse passed away from 85 years old. He played Darth Vader, but the body version. He played the physical part of Darth Vader.
He played your
James
father.
Earl Jones is alive, folks.
Okay.
He played your father.
James Lott Jr. is alive.
I like that. I'm alive. It's just the homeboy did the voice and he did the body, and so I did an episode on him. So he's a Star Wars lover, and so yes, it was completely. We did a little tribute to him, so you can watch that. But Darth Vader Is Your Father, also here on GLT Media, and we love the show. We love this. We love the Star Wars universe. There's books coming out, and other things happening, and so GLT Media is going to cover it all. Ryan, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me reading the comment section of what all your fan theories are in this video. So comment away, people, or tweet at me at Ryan Nilsen, RYNILSEN on Twitter, and at Ryan Nilsen _ on Instagram. James Lott Jr., where can they find you?
We're all James Lott Jr.'s are sold at James Lott Jr. on all the social media platforms. And on TikTok, I just released another Star Wars related video. So check me out on TikTok. That said James Lott Jr. also. We do Star Wars stuff on there too. So hello to my Star Wars nation out there. Star Wars lover, you came in towards the end. I wish you were on the whole time, but hello there. We're about to go off. But follow us, subscribe. I've gotten another, I think 100-something subscribers in the last couple of days. So thank you guys. Subscribe to GLJ Media. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And everyone, please stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.
Peace, y'all.